Welcome to year 3 of the Buccaneers 20-year rebuild. We are coming off one Super Bowl appearance and one playoff appearance where we were knocked out in the first round. We went 10-7 last year. We're in now our second off season, going into our third year. We're in staff moves right now. We're going to advance past that. I don't need to do anything with staff moves. That's not something I mess with. This is a big off season for us. We got a lot of holes to fill on the roster. We really need to add depth, and that's something we're probably going to have to do mostly through the draft, because we still need a quarterback as well. And let's see who's ready to negotiate. Tom Brady, we're not going to pay him that. We're going to see what kind of market there is for him in free agency. That we could bring him back on like a low ball deal, but we're not going to pay that. Sean Murphy Bunting, we're going to let go. I think we can find a corner of comparable production for less cost. We don't really have the cap room. We got 43.3, but look at all these holes that we got to fill. We need that money, especially considering we still need a quarterback. That's going to cost a lot. Everybody else we're going to let walk. Nobody's coming back here. Not even Scotty Miller. So we can go ahead and advance to week 1 of free agency. I'm hoping to get Brady back for at least one more year. We'll see if there's any market for him in free agency. Aaron Rodgers is out there as well. Ooh, that's interesting. I might put in an offer on both of them. I'm not going to give either one a signing bonus. Let's do 2 years on Rodgers. And I might wait on Brady to see what happens with Rodgers. Why not just offer him now? I need a quarterback. If I get them both, I can always cut one. So I'm not paying him the signing bonus. Running back Kareem Hunt, offer board, domestic violence issues. We're pretty good at running back. We really don't need to add a piece there. Maybe somebody for depth. Like a Benny Snell wouldn't be bad. In fact, let's go ahead and put in an offer on Snell. No signing bonus. Fullback, we're good. Wide receiver Tyreek Hill is offer board. Let's see. Callaway, Jefferson. Scotty Miller got an offer. We can always go N'Keal Harry. Let's try it. Let's go N'Keal Harry, 4 years. He's scheme fit. We've already got slot wide receivers taken care of. Tight end, we could use a tight end. Foster Moreau's perfect. Let's go 3 years, no signing bonus. Good at tackle. Could use a right guard. Gossett, Frohl. Let's check on Bobby Evans. Let's go 3 years, no signing bonus. See if we can get him to sign. Left end. We could use some depth. We definitely need a D tackle. Ooh, Calais Campbell. Fletcher Cox is out there. Let's put in a 1-year offer on Fletcher Cox. No signing bonus. Taven Bryan, JPP still around. Arden Key we had last year. I wouldn't mind bringing JPP back on a 1-year deal. No bonus, of course. It's kind of our MO. We don't give away guaranteed money. And I might come back here to Calais Campbell and offer him a 1-year deal. Bring in some veterans. He wants some more money. Ooh, Levante David's back out there. He's not getting any offers. We might circle back to that. We do need some depth at middle linebacker. David Long would have been nice. All right, let's come up here. Kenny Young. Let's try to sign him for 2 years. I'm out of cap room, so I'm going to go back to quarterback, and I'm going to cancel my offer on Brady. I'm going to go after Rodgers. I want to bring in Levante David on a 1-year deal. I hope he doesn't retire. Corner, we could use a depth piece. That could be Casey Hayward. Let's see. Free safety, we could use a backup, and we do not have a strong safety. So let's go Casey Hayward for cornerback depth. Give him a little more money. And let's come over to Jimmy Ward. Give him a 1-year deal to hopefully be our strong safety. We're good at kicker and punter. All right, let's see if we can nab any of these guys for cheap. That's what we like, is cheap free agents. Advancing mock drafts. We don't need to see that. I just want to see those free agents. Let's see. We got Pierre Paul, Kenny Young, Bobby Evans, and Calais Campbell. We did not get a quarterback. That's a little bit rough. Rodgers is still out there. Let's see if there's anybody we're out on. Levante David got a better offer. Casey Hayward got a better offer. Let's up our offer to Jimmy Ward. Fletcher Cox is still out there. Snell. N'Keal Harry got a better offer. All right, let's advance week. See if we get any of these guys. I'd really like to get Rodgers. And we got him. We got Rodgers and Benny Snell. So Aaron Rodgers is going to be our quarterback going forward. We got a fifth-year option. Tristan Wirfs, we're absolutely picking that up. That's a no-brainer. All right, back to sign free agents. See what we got left. Fletcher Cox got a better offer, but we got some money to spend. So what's he want? 355 and 584. There's no bad one-year contracts, so let's give it to him. See if that gets it done. No, wow, the Jags put in a serious offer on him. There we go. Jimmy Ward got a better offer. We really need to get him. So let's offer him a signing bonus. Oh, we're still not even close. He wants about $7 million a year total. Yeah, we're well short of that. There we go. And Foster Moreau still out there. And let's advance week. Really hope we get Fletcher Cox. That's the big one remaining. We already got Rodgers. Fletcher Cox rejected our offer. We got Jimmy Ward and Foster Moreau. So we are weak at defensive tackle. That's really the soft spot in our defense right now. I'm going to move Calais Campbell inside the defensive tackle. He's passable. I'm going to need to draft or sign a defensive tackle at some point. Yeah, see, that's playable. I guess that's not terrible. I still need probably 2 more defensive tackles. I might look in the draft to pick up some depth there. Still need an outside linebacker. Need corner depth. Need safety depth. I mean, there's still a lot to do on this team. Traylon Burks, still a star dev. All right, so we got some work to do going into the draft. Hopefully our players are well scouted. And let's start the NFL draft.
And the Texans now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on?
We picked 23rd. We need corner, safety, D-tackle. We don't have any corners all the way drafted, or all the way scouted. Do we have any position scouted all the way? Left tackle. That guy looks pretty good. We don't need a left tackle, though. That's unfortunate. We need a corner. Brett Bolden. C-zone coverage. Ooh, his broad jump wasn't very good. His bench press wasn't great, so he's not super strong. Devonta Staley. C-man coverage, I don't love that. He had a really good combine, though. 3-cone drill wasn't fantastic. Darrell Rivers, A catching, B man, C zone. The combine wasn't great. He's not strong, but he's fast and he's quick. All right, he might be my top corner on my board right now. And there's Derek Claxton. We don't know much about him, other than he had a really good combine. What's his size? 5'10", 188. He might be my second corner behind Rivers. D tackle. I just, without anybody scouted, I don't think there's anybody we can actually trade up for. Although that guy had a monster combine. McLeod. Let's see what lands at 23. I'm not going to trade up for anybody.
All right, now on the clock, the Giants.
Texans take a quarterback, Tim Tolbert.
All right, the Broncos are now on the clock.
Wow, the Giants come back with a quarterback, McAllister.
The Falcons are now on the clock.
Bullocks, the left tackle, goes to Denver.
Okay, next up,
Falcons
it's the
take a
Seahawks
quarterback,
on the clock.
Young. So that's another quarterback that's going to be in our division. The Saints took Kenny Pickett last year.
And now on the clock, it's the Vikings.
Wheeler, left end, going to the Seahawks. The Vikings take a quarterback, Colton Berry. A lot of quarterbacks going high.
It's the Eagles now on the clock.
The Lions take a halfback. Wow, that's high for a halfback at 7.
Okay, it's the Lions
The Eagles
now on the clock.
take a right end.
The Jaguars are up now. Let's see what direction
Guard
they
from
go.
Notre Dame goes to Detroit.
The Jets now on the clock. Let's
There's
see what
Brett
they do.
Bolden. He goes to the Jaguars. So we can take him off our board.
Okay, here we go. The Bengals now on the
Blaine
clock.
Bush, right guard, going to the Jets.
And the Steelers on the clock now. Let's
Wide
see
receiver
what direction
going
they go.
to the Bengals, Kitchens.
Okay, next
The
up, it's the
Steelers take a
Dolphins on the
defensive
clock.
tackle, McLeod.
All right, the
Dolphins
Dolphins are
take
now on the
Devonta
clock.
Staley. So 2 of our corners are off the board already. I think one of them is going to get to us. I'm pretty hopeful.
The Bills are now on the clock.
The Dolphins take Hood, wide receiver out of Boise State.
The Packers are now on the clock.
The Bills take Mike Richard, middle linebacker out of Ohio State.
The Chargers
Packers
now on the
take
clock.
a quarterback, Caleb Higgins. We got Aaron Rodgers now.
The Bears are now on the
Chargers
clock.
take another Hood. There's 2 Hoods in the first round. This is Marco Hood, left end.
And the Panthers
The
on
Bears
the clock
take
now. Let's
Niles
see what direction
Branch.
they go. And now we turn to the Colts. It's their selection.
Panthers take a left tackle, Horton.
All right, now it's the Raiders'
Colts
turn.
take
They're
a
up.
defensive tackle, Evans.
The Bucks on the clock
And
now.
the
Let's
Raiders
see who
take
they
an
have their
outside
eye on.
linebacker, Santiago. So I think this is pretty straightforward. I think we need to take one of those corners. So it's either Rivers or Claxton. Rivers' combine kind of scares me a bit. He's really weak. Doesn't jump particularly well. But he is agile and he is fast. Claxton we know less about, but his combine is really good aside from the broad jump. I think we might just draft combine. We know he tackles well, he hits well, block shedding, like that looks like a safety to me. But he's got the speed to play corner as long as he can cover. I think we're going to go with Derek Claxton.
All right, next up, the Titans are on the
Ooh, it
clock.
looks like a good pick. 94 speed, not super strong. Jumping at 87 isn't terrible. Hidden dev, I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that as a first round pick. We don't pick until round 223. Let's see, is there a trade that we can make? We could probably use a wide receiver. Who's this guy? Friedman? Extremely fast. We've got him scouted a little bit better. C catching isn't great. And he doesn't have any agility. I don't like that. Oakley catches well, releases a C. I think if we take anybody, it'd be the fast guy, but we might be able to wait and get Friedman. Halfback we're pretty good at. I think our best bet again is to wait. We do need a safety. Keontae Barkley, B-man coverage. Oh, he crushed the combine. Crushed the combine. B pursuit, B block shed. He's only 5'10", but he's big. He's got good size. Oh, I like that guy a lot. That might be worth trading up for. To Tennessee. Let's see if Tennessee will take a first rounder next year. I kind of doubt they will. I might have to throw in something else. Two sevens. No, that was dreaming. How about a 5? How about a 4? Ooh. This is a high price. All right, let's wait and see if this guy goes for a couple picks, then we might come back to it.
The Cardinals on the clock now. What direction will they go?
Bush goes.
The Patriots on the clock right now. Let's see who
Colors.
they have their eye on. On the clock now, the
Patriots take a
Chiefs.
left outside linebacker. Boyd.
The Cowboys on the clock now. What direction will they go?
Left tackle goes to Kansas City. All right, let's try the Cowboys. Pick 28 for our first round next year. And we'll throw in a 5. Four and a 5.
All right, now. Looks like there's a trade
I
coming
got
up.
it done. All right, we're going to go get that safety, Barkley. Keonta Barkley.
On the clock now, the Ravens.
Ooh, normal dev. That's shocking. Hopefully he's got a good overall. Everything looks like it was there. Man, that's disappointing. I really thought we had something there. All right, we still got pick 23 in the second round.
Okay, it's the Bucs now on the clock.
All right. Let's see. What do we need? Oakley. Alexander. I jotted down some names of players that I was interested in, and it looks like a lot of them are gone. There's a tight end. Yeah, Johnny Young. He had a really good combine. So he's still there. Guessing our other cornerback's long gone. Yeah, he's gone. I had a left outside linebacker, Carr. He's still there. He had a good combine, everything but jumping. He's a linebacker. He doesn't necessarily need to do that. So it's between the tight end and the left outside linebacker right now. And then there's a defensive tackle that I liked, Kellum. I really liked his 3-cone. His bench press was great. I might wait on him. I don't like the D power moves and C finesse. That's not fantastic. A play recognition. I might circle back on him. So right now it's the tight end, Young, or the left outside linebacker, Carr. I think I need a linebacker more.
Okay, it's
I'm
the
going to go with
Titans now on
Carr.
the clock.
Oof. Looks like a pretty good player. It's just normal dev again. That hurts. All right, let's advance to the third round and hope our tight end's still there.
All right, next up, the Bucs are on the clock.
If not, we're going to go to the defensive tackle. Johnny Young, there he is. We get them both.
The Titans on the clock now. Let's
Normal
see who they have
dev.
their eye on.
Again, looks like a pretty good player. 83 speed, change of direction, 74 strength. A break tackle, B impact block, B run finesse block. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of good things out of him. It's just normal dev is a little disappointing. And let's go to the fourth round.
The Buccaneers are on the clock now.
There's a defensive tackle that I like. I'm kind of hoping he's still there. Kellum was his name. He's gone. Other than that, I don't think there was a whole hell of a lot that I was interested in this late in the draft. This guy, wide receiver Franklin. I wrote down his name because of his 3-cone. But he doesn't do a whole lot else well. But this late in the draft, it might be worth a flyer. C awareness, C catching traffic, C release. He's a good run blocker. B juke move. I mean, I'm going to draft him on the 3-cone alone, and at the worst, he's a slot receiver.
All right, next up, the Falcons are on the clock.
I did need depth there. We pick again in round 6.
On the clock now, it's the Buccaneers.
I'm trading away this pick. There's nobody else that I want. A 6 and a 7. Let's take that from
Wait a minute
Baltimore. We
here.
can
Yep,
turn around and
they
trade
just
the 7.
traded the pick away. The Bucs on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on.
Trade this pick away. The Dolphins are probably
Well, hold
bad.
on a second now. It appears a different team is filling out a card right now. And that can mean only one thing, people. They just traded the pick.
We're going to trade away this pick. Ooh, a
Well, I guess
2024
they won't be
6-rounder
turning
from
in a
the
card here.
Jags.
They have traded the pick away. Okay, it's the Bucs now on the clock.
We still got 2 more picks left. Oh my gosh. Let's trade this to the Lions.
Okay, here we go now. It appears we've got a trade. All right, next up, the Bucs are on the clock.
And finally, we're going to trade this away to Houston.
We've got some action here, folks. They've traded this pick. We'll have
So
the
we got some
details in a moment.
picks to put together for a trade. Some late round picks if we need to pick up a player or two. Let's look at our draft recap and see how we did. Claxton is really good. 79 overall hidden dev. We nailed that pick. Absolutely nailed it. Barkley is a 77 overall normal dev. I mean, that's not bad. For a first round pick, you do want to see star or better dev trait, but that's not terrible. Second round, we took Paul Carr. Normal dev trait, but he's not a bad player. He's probably going to start for us. Johnny Young, he's a pretty good player too. He's probably going to be our number 2 tight end. He might be able to develop into a starter. And Jonathan Franklin in the 4th round is kind of a depth wide receiver. Need to develop his route running a bit. But he's got some tools, and he's very small. All right, let's go ahead and advance to the preseason. Don't need to see Hall of Fame induction. Let's upgrade Leonard Johnson. He's not going to have much of a chance of making the team, but might get put on the practice squad. All right, let's manage roster and see what we got. What are we looking at here? Aaron Rodgers and Kyle Trask. Fournette, Cook, Snell, and Vaughn. I'm happy with that. Ben Mason is the fullback. Evans, Godwin, Burks, Johnson, Franklin, and Darden are the wideouts. I'm happy with that. Gronkowski, Young, Moreau are the the tight ends, so we do not need Gandy Golden. So we can release him. Tackles, we got Ekwonu and Winogo, Marpet and McKivitz, Jensen and Hainsey, Kappa and Bobby Evans Jr., Wirfs and Isaiah Wilson, so we're good on the offensive line. Shawenka and Pierre Paul, Barrett, Tack McKinley, and Caleb Kelly. So we're good. We might be able to use a depth piece at defensive end. Cam Gill can make the team. I'm okay with that, really. We need 2 defensive tackles. Tom Brady is still out there. He didn't get signed. If I really wanted to cheese this, I could sign him and then trade him for draft picks, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy. There's 1 defensive tackle. That's fine. And Linval Joseph, why not? So we're good at defensive tackle now. Let's take a look at our linebacking group. We got Barnes and Carr and Joseph. Carr's going to switch to, well, no, he's going to stay at left outside linebacker. We're going to put Barnes at right outside linebacker because he's good in coverage. That's a better fit. It's a scheme fit, too. So we got Carr and Joseph, White, Young, Britt. Stewart's probably not going to make the team. We might be able to put him on the practice squad, though. Barnes and Burke Irvin. In the cornerback room, we got Davis, Dean, Claxton, Reed, and then a whole lot of nothing. So we probably need at least 1 corner. I think there's some good veterans out there. Yeah, I see Bouye. We can bring Bouye back for a 3rd season. I mean, he's still good. He's just down to an 84 speed, though. Ferret might be the better option. And I know we're going to need a safety. Well, so let's bring Kareem Jackson back. He did an admirable job for us. All right, so that sets us at corner. Oh, we need a backup free safety. That's going to be Jackson. And then I got a decision to make on who I'm going to start here. I signed Ward for 1 year, and I've got Keontae Barkley. If he was a hidden dev, it would be a no-brainer. I would start Barkley, but with a normal dev trait, I don't know. I'm probably going to start Barkley. We got a load of picks. I don't know what to do with all these except try to move up. We don't really need to trade for any players. Like maybe a wide receiver, but it's gonna be hard to get. We're pretty good. We're pretty set. So let's go ahead and advance in the preseason. After week 3, we'll take a look at the cuts and see if anybody interesting got cut. And we'll upgrade our players at that point too. Camp standout. Try on Shawenka again. Keeps getting better. Wide receiver mentorship, Traylon Burks. Perfect. Let's work on his route running, see if we can get him open. He's pretty good on short routes. Let's try medium routes. Alright, that works. Let's upgrade players. Isaiah Wilson's up 1. Up to 66. JT Thompson, who's probably going to be a practice squad corners, up to a 64. Caleb Kelly, a practice squad defensive end, is up to a 64. And Ikem Kwanu is up to an 84. Starting left tackle. Alright, let's advance through week 3 to week 4 of the preseason, and we'll take a look at free agents. We've got 8 players to cut as of right now. Most of them are going to be practice squad guys. Still, nobody has signed Brady. That's wild. Chuba Hubbard? Yeah, we're signing him. There's some interesting wide receivers, too. Like Traquan Smith, Lazard. Huh. I don't have the cap room to bring in one of those guys right now, but let's take a look at where we sit after I cut players. I'd rather have Hubbard than Benny Snell, so we're going to cut Benny Snell. I could cut Jalen Darden or put him on the practice squad and go get one of those receivers. I think that's exactly what we'll do. Big Cat Bryant is going to go to the practice squad. Caleb Kelly's going to the practice squad. Mandy Alonzo is horrible. Let's put him on the practice squad anyway, though. Josh Ross, practice squad. Man, this is a tough decision. Stewart or Britt? Britt's the better tackler. He's got better play recognition. Impact blocking. He's better stamina, toughness, injury. To me, it looks like Stewart's the better player. Let's see if we can put Britt on the practice squad. Alright, corners, Monteric Brown, practice squad. Oops, I don't want to edit him. I want to put him on the practice squad. Let's get out of this. Monteric Brown, practice squad. 58 overall is just not going to cut it. Leonard Johnson to the practice squad. 63 overall. JT Thompson, practice squad. And I think we're good everywhere else. Now the one thing I need is a wide receiver, and we're going to go sign one. Hopefully we've got enough cap room. I'd like to have Traquan Smith. We can't afford him. Lazard. Can't afford him. James Washington. Yeah, let's bring in James Washington. Just under the cap, $70K to spare. All right. Let's advance to week 1, and we'll have to set our depth chart before week 1. Camp standout. Tryon Shawenka is getting a carryover to the regular season. 2 combined sacks to continue his breakout. Hopefully it's a dev trade or not just XP. Set our season goal. We want to make the playoffs. Let's upgrade players. Cam Gill is going to go up to a 69. Nice. Robert Hainsey up to a 67. He's got an injury, a little hip pointer. He'll be fine. Ben Mason up to a 72. We continue to work on his run blocking. Yeah, let's go ahead and set depth chart. We'll auto reorder, and then if there's anything that needs adjusted, we'll do that. I want James Cook ahead of Chuba Hubbard on the depth chart. Ben Mason. Ooh, we got an injury. Chris Godwin's out. So it's going to be Evans, Burks, Washington, Tyler Johnson, Jonathan Franklin. Let's put Franklin ahead of Tyler Johnson. See if we can develop him a little bit. Johnny Young is the second tight end. Offensive line's all going to be good. That's good. Ooh, our right end's hurt. Jack Barrett. So Tack McKinley's going to start. Faye and Campbell, that looks good. Why did they switch this around? Is Carr hurt? Yes, he is. Oh, that's why. So Burr Curvin is going to start at right outside linebacker until Carr gets back. Davis, Dean, Claxton, then Barrett. Winfield starting there. Barkley's going to start at strong safety. It's because Jimmy Ward is hurt, but I think I want him starting anyway. Kick returner, Cook. I want Cook in there. Third down back is going to be Cook. Power back Fournette. Slot wide receiver. Is going, oh boy, it's going to be Chris Godwin, but he's hurt. So it's going to be Treylon Burks. Tyler Johnson's going to be the second slot receiver. Rush ends, Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, Tack McKinley. That's good. Kenny Young there. I'm fine with Claxton being the slot. And I'm fine with Kareem Jackson being a slot corner too. I'd probably prefer Verrett play over Jackson. But that looks good otherwise. We're ready to go. We're ready to start the season. Week 1 against Atlanta. Let's do this. Let's try to go to 1-0. And we lose 20-17. That means we probably didn't hit our breakout. Ooh, we did. Tryon-Shoyinka continues to come through. 10,000 XP. He's got a continuation, which is hopefully a dev trait. It's probably going to be 3 sacks or tackles for loss. Yep. Let's upgrade players. Probably going to be Tryon-Shoyinka. Get him up to an 84. He's looking good. Trask is up to a 69. Nice. Colton McKivitz is up to a 66. One of our least relevant offensive linemen, but only 27. Devin White is up to a 90. He's got a -1 morale for some reason. We'll have to get that up somehow. Maybe we play him. Maybe we play a little bit better. That'll come up. Barrett's back. Godwin's back, and Hainsey's back. So we got to adjust some things. Mike Evans is the #1 wide receiver. Shaq Barrett's back in. Carr's still out. Slot wide receiver is going to be Godwin. Burks is #2. We want Tryon Showenka being the rush right end. A lot of guys' morale is down. I don't know why that is. Let's take a look at the injury report and see what this actually looks like. How long are we going to be without Carr? Just a week. No Kappa, no Carr, no Ward. That's all right. We can overcome that. All right, trying to get this win against the Panthers. And we lose 14-13. What is going on with their offense? And Joe Tryon-Showenka does not hit the upgrade. That's okay. He's still turning into a very good player. Traylon Burks goes up. Continue to work on his physical skills. He's up to a 76. Who's ready to negotiate? Mike Evans. If this season continues to go downhill, we might have to look at trading Mike Evans. And Antoine Winfield, we're definitely bringing back. 5 years, 68 million or 62 million. That's fine. He likes the bonus and duration, just not the salary. It's okay, I guess. I love Mike Evans. I'd hate to move on from him, but I think it's the right decision, especially if we don't start playing better. All right, I want to make sure Carr is in there, and I want to make sure our rookie safety's actually playing. So we've got to change that real quick. Carr is in there at left outside linebacker. Now is Barnes hurt? Now Barnes is hurt. Holy shit. And who else was it? Oh, safety. Injuries are killing us right now. Yeah, I want Keontae Barkley playing, even though he's regressing for some reason. That's not what we want to see. Barnes is out for a week. Johnny Young is out for 2 weeks. I don't know what the deal is with our rookies regressing. The same thing happened with Jalen Darden. We got to get a win here. Otherwise, we're in a deep hole. And we lost 17-14, 0-3. This is brutal. Tart's up to a 71. Depth defensive tackle. Chris Barnes is still at a 78. We're going to work on his pass coverage. I mean, this is frustrating. I don't know why we're not winning games. We're an 87 overall. We're better than just about everybody that we play. Barnes is back from injury. Got to beat the 3-0 Panthers. Can we get it done? No, we lose 34-14. We just get hammered. So we're 0-4. I think it's time to trade Evans before he gets hurt. Ikem complete PCL tear. He's out for 37 weeks. So there goes our left tackle. We don't have the money to bring in a new one unless we trade Evans, which I think is the right move here. Let's take a look at how much it actually costs us to trade him. All right, the penalty's not huge. So let's look to trade Mike Evans and see if there's a wide receiver we can get back. What would they do? Jamar Chase? Holy shit, we got Jamar Chase. I did not think they would take that. We traded Mike Evans and got Jamar Chase. Oh, I love that deal. Jamar Chase is a superstar. He's not an X factor, but that's fine. Oh, I love that deal. We're going to have to pay him, but I'm cool with that. I'm stunned that they accepted that. Derek Claxton's getting better. He's up to an 80. Punt God, Matt Ariza, up to a 78. Voshan Joseph, up to a 70. A lot of guys' morale's down right now because we're playing like shit. Tryon Showenka, up to an 84. All right, let's try to get a win here against the Vikings. Well, first I want to negotiate with a free safety, with Winfield. He likes everything but the salary, so let's give him a bump in salary. Us offer's perfect. All right, he's back. Ali Marpet. I'll give him that 2-year deal. Ooh, he likes the duration, just not the money. Gronk, I'm going to let walk. Everybody else, I'm going to let walk. So I need Marpet back. So I'm going to have about 30 million after, or actually about 25 million after I re-sign Marpet. So money's going to continue to be tight. Barnes is back. Johnny Young's back. All right. We need a win going into the bye. 0-5 and this season's over. And we won 31-24. Finally. We got to keep this going somehow. Paul Carr up to a 73. He's regressed. He was a 74 to start the season. Johnny Young is up to a 74. James Cook back up to a 77. It's like if your team doesn't play well, your rookies don't progress. They regress. I don't like that at all. That makes this really, really difficult. Marpet wants more money. Let's see what we can do. Let's get him to 25 mil. 2 years, 25 mil. He wants a better bonus. All right, well, let's advance through the bye, and then we'll revisit that. So 1-4 going into the bye. That is awful. And we got to play the 4-2 Saints. Kenny Pickett and the Saints. John Reed up to a 71. He had regressed. Man, regression hits you hard when you're not playing well. I did not realize that. Let's give him a little bit more signing bonus. And we got Marpat back. And that's going to be the last player that we re-signed. Everybody else we're going to let walk after the end of the season. Right now we need to pick up some wins. Let's beat the Saints. Come on, the goddamn Saints. I hate them. Let's go. We got killed. 45-17. Just bludgeoned to death. 1-5 in the division. 4 full games behind the Panthers. I mean, this is just a lost season at this point. Keontae Barkley has a dev trait scenario. We need to hit that. We really need to hit that. That'd be huge. That's our rookie safety. He's already a 78 overall. If we can get him a dev trade upgrade, that would be enormous. All right. I guess let's beat the 49ers. We can't win any other fucking games. And we lost 25-17. Did we at least get the breakout? Yes. Thank Christ. Some good news. Keontae Barkley's up to a star development. Awesome. That's the first good news we've had this season. And plus 20,000 XP for our defensive backs. Okay. Now we're talking. Jamar Chase is getting a boost. We're going to make him a physical receiver. Man, I cannot believe we got Jamar Chase. That is just fucking wonderful news. I really thought that we were going to have to trade Mike Evans and maybe get like a late first round pick or something back to get Jamar Chase. That's enormous. Barkley up to a 79, and Andy's got one more to go. Stays at a 79. But he's now an 80 overall. He's got -1 morale and a star dev. So that's turning out to be a fantastic pick. Very happy about that. Even though we can't win any games, at least our draft picks are looking halfway decent. Hey, we won. 34-31. I wonder what is going... Why the season has just gone completely sideways. Somebody has to be playing just miserable football. I wonder if it's Rodgers. Because in a lot of these games, the defense hasn't been that bad. It's just been low-scoring games. It makes me wonder if I should change out of this Tampa Bay playbook. Let's take a look. Let's see what Rodgers is doing. Oh, he's been terrible. 13 touchdowns, 12 picks, only completing 60% of his passes, 7.2 yards per attempt. I mean, he is not playing well. Neither is my running back. Fournette's only averaging 3.8 yards per carry. Cook he's been just miserable. He's probably gonna lose his superstar dev trait. Oh my God, what a letdown this season's been. Let's change playbooks and see what happens. Let's go to New England's playbook. That's kind of my traditional playbook. Might not pass for as many yards, but I think interceptions will go down, and hopefully we'll run the ball a little bit better. See if we can get a win against the Packers. We do, 20-13. Up to 3-6. Look out. Look out, NFC. Nick McQuanu. He's out for the year, but he's getting a little bit better. Alex Kappa. He's out for a week. So injuries are still hitting us pretty hard. Mel Dean up to an 88. We might have to work on his zone coverage here because his man coverage is looking good. We don't have anybody to negotiate with. Come on, let's get a win and get back to 4-6. Let's beat the Lions. We do 35-21. 4-6. We're not in the playoff hunt, but a couple more wins and we're right back in it. Traylon Burks, let's continue to work him out of the slot. He's up to a 77. Carlton Davis. Let's continue to hammer man coverage for him. He's up to an 87. And who we play? Washington. 6-4 Washington. Kappa's back. Derek Claxton's back. I want to make sure Claxton's starting. He is. He's playing ahead of Verrett. Is he playing in the slot? Yes, he is. Perfect. Exactly what I want him doing. Let's pull out a W here against Washington. Get back to 5-6 as we climb back towards 500. And we lost 21-17. Oh, that might be the one that buries us. Who wants to play spoiler? Beat the Saints for a significant boost to your roster. The 8-3 Saints. Devin White is up to a 92. I don't care who's hurt. Come on, beat the fucking Saints. Yes, 38-24. Showed the league that even though we started a playoff caliber team, we're going to finish as one. Aaron Rodgers, Leonard Fournette, and Vita Vea have all earned plus 10,000. All right. That probably helps Vea more than anybody. I don't care about that. Let's go ahead and upgrade our players. Leonard Fournette gets a boost. He's up to an 88. James Cook gets a boost. He's up to a 79. Paul Carr back up to a 74. Back to where he started. Daniel Barker. The computer must assign him. He's up to a 64. And Vita Vea up to a 98. Why the hell did the computer sign a tight end for us? I better look at the injury report. Gronk is out for 8 weeks. He broke his tailbone. Kwanu, he was supposed to be out for 39 weeks. He's healthy now? All right. Let's pick up a win against the Jags. Try to climb back to 500 at least. And we do. 23-17. 6-7 now. Locker room perfect chemistry. Foster Moreau. Definitely a quick learner. Foster Moreau is not going to get 100 yards. It's just not going to happen. He shouldn't be playing ahead of Johnny Young anyway. I got to figure out why that's happening. Bobby Evans up to a 71. And Chris Barnes up to an 80. I want to make sure Johnny Young's playing. I don't care about Foster Moreau's depth trait. He's too old for it to matter at this point anyway. Get Johnny Young in there. All right, let's beat the 5-8 Bears and get back to 500. Every time we get close, we fall back down and we win 31-28, up to 7-7. Perfect chemistry is not going to work because Foster Moreau barely played. And it looks like we got another breakout, another dev trait scenario. Who's it for? Jamar Chase. 4 TDs or 200 yards will get him an X factor. That'd be huge in replacing Mike Evans. Derek Claxton keeps getting better. He's up to an 81. Bert Curvin up to a 72. Prince Tegawanagu up to a 70. And Chris Godwin staying at a 94. All right, let's check the injury report. Godwin's coming back. Dean is out and Gronk's out. Let's make sure Godwin is back playing the slot. I want Chase as the number 1 receiver. Godwin in the slot. Treylon Burks behind Godwin. All right. Let's go. Let's get to 8-7. Climb back into the playoff picture. Can we beat the Falcons? We do. 21-18. 8-7. Let's see. Are we in the playoffs? We are the 7 seed right now. Oh, a remarkable comeback. Holding on to the 7 seed. We need to beat the 8-7 Buffalo Bills, the team that beat us in the Super Bowl in year 1. Let's see who we got to upgrade first. Robert Hainsey It's up to a 67. He's an unremarkable player, but a solid backup. Grant Stewart, up to a 67. Same thing with him. He's just a solid number 3 middle linebacker. Joe Tryon is up to an 86. He continues to improve. Rapidly improving. I'd love to get him a dev trade upgrade. All right, here we go. Buffalo Bills, 8-7 versus 8-7. And we lost 31-8, back down to 8-8. Probably on the outside looking in on the playoffs. Yes, we are. So we need some help. We need the 49ers to lose, and we need to win. We play the 7-9 Houston Texans. It's a winnable game. A very winnable game. Keontae Barkley up to an 81. James Cook up to an 80. Chuba Hubbard up to a 79. Ali Marpet is down to an 88. We worked on his agility, his agile blocking. Excuse me. And let's see what the injury is. Ooh, it's Jensen, a foot fracture, so he's going to be out for the season. We don't have the money to replace him, so we're just going to have to roll with it. All right, we need this win, and we need a 49ers loss. And we won 28-13, but we did not make the playoffs. The 49ers won, and they made the playoffs. A disappointing season, 9-8. We expected better, especially with Aaron Rodgers taking over as quarterback. That's just really disappointing. Let's take a look at the season stats, see what went wrong, see if anything improved. So Rodgers got better after we changed playbooks. He finishes with 4,100 yards, 25 touchdowns, 19 picks. That's just way too many interceptions. Fournette, shy of 1,000 yards again. Cook only averaged 3 yards per attempt. Jamar Chase had a big year. 1,000 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Treylon Burks had 900 yards, 6 touchdowns. Godwin missed a lot of time, so he only had 713 with 5 touchdowns. Gronk had 500 yards, 7 touchdowns. Our rookie tight end, Johnny Young, had 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. So he had a pretty good year for a rookie tight end. Defensively, Devin White led the team in tackles. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka led the team in sacks with 8.5. That's not great. Barrett had an off year, 7.5 sacks. He's probably going to regress. Interceptions, 3 led the team, Carlton Davis and Antoine Winfield. We just did not intercept very many passes. We didn't get any turnovers, and we turned the ball over a ton. Wow, what a disappointing season. 28th overall offense. 10th defense. The defense was fine. It was the offense that just sucked. And we're coming off 2 seasons where we had one of the best offenses in the league. The only real change was swapping out Brady for Aaron Rodgers. Now let's go ahead and see who wins the Super Bowl and who won some awards. Hopefully some of our guys get dev trade upgrades. I'm not holding my breath because it wasn't a particularly good year. It's going to be the Seahawks and Ravens in the Super Bowl. Who's going to win? Ooh, the Ravens pulled it out 30-29. What a good game. Lamar Jackson, Super Bowl MVP. Alvin Kamara, NFL MVP. Zach Taylor, Coach of the Year for the Bengals. Offensive Player of the Year, Kamara. Emmanuel Ogbah won Defensive Player of the Year for the second year in a row. I don't know what's going on there, but he's turned into a superstar. A.J. Young won Quarterback Rookie of the Year for the Falcons. Lafferty won Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Falcons. So the Falcons had a really good draft. And that does it for year 3 of the rebuild. I'll be back with more year 4 next time. Thanks for watching.